Also, one book that I would like to share with you. It's I finished. I think it took me 2 days to read it because it was so interesting. It's called Science and the Akashic Field. And if you're not too much into science and into quantum physics and all the stuff behind that, it's really hard to read. But if you like, it says an integral theory of everything. And that's what it kind of is. It is like going to such a low level that it takes everything into account. So it's below quantum physics. It's below anything basically that I've read so far. And it beautifully describes this Akashic field where we all have access to. We just need to learn how to tune in. That's basically the thing. And this book describes it beautifully.
And I will start describing.
Yeah, Marie will describe. So that's it from the science perspective, from the humble science perspective. So Marie will describe how she's experienced the Akashic records before we go into the reading.
Yeah. So I'm sure some of you have heard about the Akashic records before. Some of you might not. Okay. So I'm gonna just in a few sentences tell you what it is and how I'm receiving the messages. So the Akashic record is like your soul book, and it's stored in an energy field all surrounding us. It's basically like an invisible library where all these books or this information of every single soul is stored, and it's about every single soul that ever lived. So it's also including past lives that live now and that will live in the future. And when I enter the Akashic records, I connect, if I'm reading for myself or if I'm reading for others or for someone else, I'm connecting to the higher self or to the spirit guides. And then I'm receiving the answers in 3 ways. And the first is, I mostly have my eyes closed because I see images. And these images, as I'm describing them, they also start moving. And these images are metaphors for our lives, or for my life, for your life. In this case, it will be for our collective being, for all of us. So it's metaphors which we can take and apply onto our lives. And the second is I also hear messages, or it's a simple knowing. So I have, like, when I see an image, and then I get like a message is popping up, and I just know that this is for you or this is for us. And the third is I also feel a lot of energy. So whatever I'm feeling, I will also describe it. And in one-on-one readings, that very often happens in combination with relationships. So I can feel into you and another person, or you and a project or a company or an idea you have, or basically anything, and I can pick up the energy of you and the other person, even though I won't touch the other person's record, but I can still feel what is in between you. So it's also a lot of about emotions and feelings. So yeah, and what we'll be doing now is Martin will ask me, and I will ask the spirit world 3 questions. Let's see how long the answers are, but our aim is 3 questions.
Yeah, somewhere between 1 and 3 questions.
Let's see how long it is, we don't know up front. And yeah, just about this current situation and what we all can do. But yeah, won't say that much because I actually don't know what you will be asking me. But I guess that it will be something how we can positively integrate this situation that we're all in. Yeah, basically that's how it works for me.
So Marie will tune in now. We just will be facing each other. It will take a few seconds to tune in.
Yeah, it takes me 1 or 2 minutes to connect. And once I'm ready, I will let Martin know, and then he will start asking.
Yeah, and when I ask the question, it takes another few seconds until she receives the answer. And yeah. so we can all be curious now.
So you can also, sit back and take a deep breath in. Maybe you want to just for a second.
Just a quick check. You're still hearing us fine, even though we face this way, right? Okay, perfect. Great. Good.
Also getting calm and then
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's all kind of tune into this collective energy that's surrounding us, supporting us. Always is there for us. So you can have your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. And let's just connect to this collective field here.
Okay, I'm ready, and you can ask the first question.
Okay, hope it is loud enough. So Marie just said that she's ready. And so I will ask the first question. And I think an interesting question that a lot of people have now is how can we positively from a space of love contribute to the situation that the world is currently in.
Mm-hmm. So we would like to know how can we or what can we all do to positively contribute to this current situation? Is there anything that we can do specifically from a place of love? Okay, so the image that I just received, I can see a huge table, and I can't even tell how big this table is. It's a round table, and I will show a lot, so maybe you can be careful with the microphone.
Can you just a quick question? Can you still hear Marie if she's talking not that loud? Everyone can hear?
Great. Yeah. So it's this huge round table, and it feels, or I can see whole humanity, every single human being sitting around this round table, and that's quite rare. It seems like this has never happened before, because everybody was so busy in their own little box and in their own world, and not really caring about this collectiveness. And now it feels beautiful that we have this option, that we can all sit around this table. And I also see everybody holding hands, so it's a beautiful circle where we are all holding hands. And in front of us, so on the table, everybody has a beautiful plate. You're loving. A beautiful plate with beautiful food. I can see, so the plate in front of me, it's very colorful. There is this beautiful red and green, and it's like it looks like mostly fresh veggies from the garden, basically. Just from what it feels like, this food on the plates in front of us, it feels different than what we have eaten before. Somehow it's so vibrant. It feels alive when I like take my hands and hover above the plate, and when everybody's doing it, you can feel that it's like vibrating. And I see all of us very, like when we hold hands, it's like we are saying a prayer together and being grateful that we can have this beautiful dish in front of us, and that we can all eat together now. And it's praising our food and really being aware that something so special and important for our lives. And then when everybody is starting to eat consciously, it's very it's a conscious action. You take a bite, bring it to your mouth, and you chew like until you dissolve it basically, and then you take the next bite. It's a very conscious eating, and everybody is doing it, and nobody is talking. It's silent. It's so peaceful because everybody's just focusing on this beautiful plate in front of him or her. And what else is coming through is that especially now in this time, it's very important what we eat and how we nourish our bodies. Because if we choose to consume something processed or store-bought, something packaged, it feels like it has a low vibration, which is feeding fear. But we now want to basically feed the love and this peace that I feel that we all have around this table. So it's also important that the food that we are eating has like high vibrations basically. So it's fresh food. It's I feel mostly plant-based, and this is what we put in our bodies is creating. So the cells are being created from what we put into our system. So if you put high vibrational foods, like I see this plate now filled with it's actually fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some legumes. I guess that's it. It's like little sections. If we put that high vibrational food into our bodies, that is also going to strengthen us from the inside, and is giving this fear that is constantly put on us through media and everything. There is no fertile soil anymore for the fear to grow. So we are basically transforming our body from the inside, and that's what we will also be radiating to the outside. This feeling of love and this knowing that, coming back to this image of that we are sitting around this table, being connected, holding hands, and having this peace in our hearts. It just feels beautiful, and I know from just seeing this, I know that it is possible. So that is the image that I received for this question.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the answer. Just to recap a little bit from my side, that I understood it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually one of the most important aspects at the moment is how we nourish our bodies, not only from the mental or spiritual side, but also from the material side. So the material side is a very important aspect to nourish our body the correct way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
So this material aspect seems to be very important. And is there any short practice, any short exercise because we are still constantly kind of confronted with the fear. If we're not completely, not only locked down, but also shut out. Is there any quick exercise that you get as information that we can do just to connect back to this space of love that everyone here can do?
Okay, let's ask. So we would like to know, is there any message about what each and every one of us can do to connect back to love? So whenever we are dropping into fear, what can we do to connect back to? Okay. So one message that just came in, and I'm just laughing because it seems to be related to the water crystals that you mentioned before. So that's I think that's funny. But what I see is that we always have the opportunity when we experience fear and this uncomfortable feeling and feeling kind of ripped apart, or whatever, however you feel inside, however you experience fear. What you can do is taking a glass of water, and also taking a piece of paper, and then in the most beautiful writing that you have, writing on this paper love and gratitude. And so you take this paper, however you want to design it. You can use, I don't know, watercolor or just a simple pen or a pencil. It doesn't matter, whatever you feel drawn to. And then taking this paper and placing your glass filled with water on top of this paper, and the water instantly reflects or takes on this love and gratitude, and is forming, even though you can't see it with your eyes, but it's forming this beautiful water crystals. And I'm sure when you tune yourself in and you allow yourself to feel, so taking your hands and just basically hovering around the glass. Maybe you can also make a check, like before you did it, just feeling, is there any energy you can sense from this glass? Then putting it on the paper and then tuning it into it again and feeling it. And I just like feeling into it now, I can feel this glass of water is vibrating beautifully, because just it's so simple with this love and gratitude. And you can imagine now when you already feel how powerful it is, what happens when you drink it, when you put it into your system. And it's the love and gratitude is basically taking over and is flushing out all this fear. And you might instantly have the feeling that you have to go pee. So it's like an instant purge or detoxing process that is happening quite quickly. Because when the love and gratitude enters your body, there's no place anymore for fear. So it wants, or it needs to leave your body. So yeah, that is what I thought.
Okay. So short summary about what we can do, what each and every one of us can do when we kind of are in that space or fear is kind of approaching us. So just design a very beautiful round, or however you want to have it, piece of paper where you write love and gratitude. You can add beautiful like patterns or anything, whatever you want. Just write love and gratitude on it, and place your water glass or water bottle on it. You can even, I'm pretty sure you can even, if you have a water bottle, you can even design the bottom of your water bottle and write love and gratitude on it. And yeah, so this water will like flush away all the fear. That's a very simple and instant detox or purging that you can do. Good. Let me just do a quick time check. Yeah. Okay. So let's. Yes. Yes. So we stay with.
Shall I close now?
Yeah, we stay with 2 questions for now, and yeah, Marie will.
I'm closing the Akashic records now, and I'm saying thanks to the spirits, the spirit world, for giving us all those messages, those images.
And we can all do that. We can all give a big thank you to the spirit world for giving us this information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah. So I'll microphone. I'll guide you through a meditation, quick meditation, where we integrate this information that we've just received, and yeah, then I will. You can take one of the links that we have sent to you, and you can go on your own by yourself into that gong meditation, and we'll just silently go into that and close the whole circle session journey in silence. I think that's a very beautiful thing, because normally it's always like chatter and this and that and so on, but now we dive into silence, we dive into ourselves. So that's I think that's a beautiful way to do it, that we are forced to do it now because we cannot play the gong live. So let's make the best out of it. Good. So yeah, when you're ready for the meditation, let's yeah, you can whatever you prefer, either sitting or lying down. You can also already prepare your headphones for the gong meditation afterwards. So let's take a few breaths here to prepare everything. So what we recommend is taking headphones for the meditation that I've sent in the chat. You can choose either one, whichever meditation you feel attracted to. It's on YouTube.
Can you send the link again? Yeah. Is it still in the?
Yes, I can. I can send
it's still here. Yeah.
I can send it again.
No,
yeah.
I just pasted it.
Okay. We have just resent the link. Okay. Can you give us a short thumbs up if you received the link?
Everybody has it?
Okay, everybody has it. Perfect.
Yeah,
great. So yeah, whenever we are finished, choose either one. And they also have different length. So depending on how much time you have after we finish here, you can also choose whichever one suits your time frame that you have. Good. Everyone has headphones and everything prepared. Everyone feels comfortable. That looks good. Sounds good.
Beautiful. Oh.
Feels like our sound journey. So beautiful.
So nice.
Good. So just make yourself really comfortable. And lie down. And just connect with whatever ground you're lying on. And especially nowadays, it's very important to feel rooted and grounded. So when you're lying down, or even when you're sitting or standing, just feel roots growing from the back or from your butt or from your feet. Feel these roots growing down into Mother Earth. It's like really grounding you, rooting you, giving you that safety, that protection, and nourishing you. Just feel that. And consciously also take your breath into the meditation. And with every inhale, feel how this nourishing energy is coming through the roots into your body. And when you exhale, everything you don't need anymore, everything that doesn't serve you anymore, it's getting purged through the roots to Mother Earth. Just feel that for a couple of breaths. And with this safety, this safe space, this protection, let's do a quick experiment based on what we got from the Akashic records. So first, try to imagine some food. Just see this plate in front of you and imagine a food that comes from a package, whatever it is, comes from a packaging, is being processed, is prepared either in the microwave oven or just by adding water, and then the magic happens and the food is there. Just energetically tap into how this food feels for you, how it resonates with your energy body and also with your material body. Just feel into it for a few breaths, just to get a feeling. And let's store this feeling for a second, just so we can compare it to the other plate that we are getting now. So we just remove the plate and imagine a new plate in front of you. Imagine a plate that has fresh vegetables from the farm, from the farmer that you know that's growing his plants organically. And maybe on the way walking home, you passed by an apple tree or mango tree or whatever tree you have. And you just picked some of the apples or mangoes so you can eat them at home. And you pass by a nut tree and the nuts are ripe so you can get them, and whatever nuts you prefer, almonds or walnuts, cashew nuts, so whatever feels good for you, just pick them up and put them on the plate. See how beautiful even the harvesting of this food feels. You can feel where it's coming from. You can touch its source, you can touch its connection to Mother Earth. And you can sense how it directly nourishes you. There's a direct connection between Mother Earth, the food that you eat, and what's on your plate. And look at this plate in front of you now with all this fresh stuff. And just observe how this resonates with your energy body, how this feels for you. Just observe this for a few breaths. And now let's get both plates in front of us. So we have the processed, prepared food for us, and we have on one side, and we have on the other side the fresh fruit from the farm, the fresh fruit that we have collected for ourselves. And just make a conscious decision. You have feelings for both of these plates now. Just make a very, very conscious decision of which foods you want to nourish your body, which food should become you. The food that you eat will become your cells. So which of these two plates resonate more with you? Which of these two plates should be inside you, inside your body, and become your body? Just consciously take this decision by looking at the respective plate that you choose and by giving yourself this kind of conscious decision that you want to take this from now on. That's the food that nourishes you, and that's the food that nourishes the love in the world. And now that you have your plate, the plate that nourishes you, that nourishes your love, your body, you can give away the other plate forever. You don't need it anymore. You know what you need, you know what resonates with you, what vibrates with you. So just stick to that and stay with it and enjoy it to the fullest. And then also imagine a glass of water, this pure liquid, the only liquid that we actually really need. We don't need any of the other drinks that are offered. We only need water. We can survive, we can live, we can thrive with just water. And this message from the Akashic records, filling and harmonizing our water with love and gratitude. Let's just do that now. Let's place our water on this beautiful paper, beautifully designed by us, which says love and gratitude. And see how the love and gratitude dissolves, infects this water. And now let's take a sip of this water, just one little sip, and feel how it tastes. Keep it in your mouth, observe how it feels on your tongue. Observe how it feels in your mouth. Move it left, move it right. Just let it be touched by each and every one of your taste buds. Let all of your cells participate in this beautiful love and gratitude water. And then very slowly, once your whole mouth has been watered by this beautiful love and gratitude water, let it slowly run down to your stomach and feel how it touches, how it changes you from the inside out, how it fills you with love and gratitude all the way down to your stomach, and how good it feels inside your stomach. It has entered your system. It's spreading this love and gratitude inside your whole system, so you can spread it with the whole world. You're this love and gratitude the world needs, each and every one of us. And now let's also take a little bite. Just look at your plate and choose your most favorite fruit or vegetable or whatever you have on your plate. Choose the most favorite one and pick it up and just take a very tiny little bite of it. And place it on your tongue. Feel the different sensations on your tongue. Salty, sweet. Whatever you feel, just observe how it feels. And you can feel how your mouth gets watery and watery. And then slowly start to chew it. Don't swallow it, just chew it. Chew it to the last little bit and piece. Chew it, chew it, chew it. There's no need to swallow. Whenever it's chewed enough, it will automatically run down your stomach. It will find its way down the stomach. So let's just take a few breaths to chew our food consciously and ingest it into our body. And with this beautiful feeling of love and gratitude, and of knowing what is nourishing your love and your gratitude, you have kind of reprogrammed your body now in a way that it knows now what it wants. It knows now what feeds it, what nourishes it. And by going into the Gong meditation now, this new feeling kind of imprints itself in each and every one of your cells. So in the future, your body simply knows what's good.